Johnny Molloy. I'm an outdoor writer based in Johnson City, Tennessee. I've written hiking guidebooks all over the Southeast, from Florida to West Virginia to the Ozarks, Smokies, Shenandoah. Been backpacking a lot, and I'm going to show y'all how to properly pack a backpack for a 2-night weekend trip. And your typical time would be during the warmer season. The skiers for the warmer season in the Southern Appalachians. The first things you need to consider about when you're packing your pack are weight, space, and what I call smushability, and when am I going to use it. Now obviously with an internal frame pack, there's not much to it. So you want to fill out your pack from the bottom up. And you think, when am I going to use it? I'm not going to be using my sleeping bag while I'm hiking, hopefully. So I put that in at the very bottom. Okay. Put in the Southern Appalachians, I've got a tarp and a ground sheet. I'm not going to be using that on the trail either. So I want to stuff that in here. And when you're stuffing your pack, you want to make sure and fill up every little extra space. And also, when you're looking at this sideways, you want to put the heaviest stuff closest to your back. This is the front of the pack. So here's a fuel bottle for alcohol stove. I'm going to try to put that close in, and I'm trying to fill up every little corner. I'm trying to smush it down, okay? Now I've got my clothes, your typical kind of stuff, a shirt, fleece jacket, rain jacket, extra socks, and some short pants. I've got them in here inside a waterproof bag. Okay, so I already know that I'm going to wear this while I'm hiking. Now if it was going to rain, I'd keep my rain jacket out here and accessible, but it's not going to rain today. And try to leave as little room as possible. Now, here's my cook kit. Now normally I cook over a fire, but I'll sometimes take a stove every now and then. And what I do is I've got my pot, cup, stove. I've already put the alcohol fuel in there, okay? Now again, considering the weight, this is pretty light. So what I want to do is put this kind of toward the back and not as close to my back. Now for food, I try to separate my lunch stuff generally from my breakfast and dinner, because I might have lunch on the move, okay? And since this is kind of heavy, I like to have a peanut butter and flour tortilla, and peanut butter and this concentrated Simply Fruit stuff. And I put that all together. And I'll have these flour tortillas, but I'm going to put them in later. Since this is kind of heavy, I want to put this closer to my back, like such. My dinners and breakfast I got in here. I want to show y'all just what I carry. I'll have the coffee makings. And what I like to have for breakfast is I do a mix of, you can look in there, blueberries, almonds, cranberries, and Cheerios, kind of as a dry cereal. Now this is dry, I can't get it dried. And then what I do is I reconstitute this dried milk and then make a cereal. Now for a kind of a typical backpacking meal is I might have one of these kind of noodle type deals, and to thicken it up a little bit is put some of this chicken breast in here that's in these packages like this. So, like that. Also in a dry waterproof bag. Here's the milk. The milk's kind of light, so I'll put that toward the back away from me. And then here we're going to put this in like that. I used to sleep on only this, but then I got old. So I use a 3/4 length air pad and put that under. And put that under the closed cell pad. Again, since this is light, I'm going to kind of put it on the outside like that. If you're going to carry a guide, you need to consider, am I going to use it on the trail or not? If you are, you might want to put it outside If not, books are kind of heavy, so you want to put that close to your back. Camp shoes. A lot of people like to carry their camp shoes on the outside of their pack. You can if you want to, it's fine, but I usually will put them inside my pack. Because the less stuff dangling off your pack, the better off you are, because you don't know if it fell off or not. Now, the consideration of smushability. These flour tortillas are great. They're pre-smushed breads, what I call them. But when you put them inside a pack, if they get bent and smushed, it's no good. So what I'll do, even though they're kind of heavy, I'll put them on the outside of the pack like that, where they won't get smushed. If you have something else that's perishable or really can't take a beating, like a banana, I'll put that on the outside of the pack. Then on this top pack, I'll carry your typical kind of stuff: lighter, toothbrush, headlamp, compass, toilet paper, fire starter, lotion, stuff like that. And I put it all in a bag, and I put that in the top here. You want to carry somewhere, end up between 10 and 15% of your body weight. So I weigh 185 pounds, for example. So I'm going to end up probably with no less than 18 and a half pounds, but probably no more than 27 or 28. So with a well-packed pack, not too heavy, but carrying everything that you need, you can have a great backpacking trip in the Southern Appalachians.